bitch. Turn the music up in this motherfucker. We the other side of the track, niggas. Alright?
So the last part of yesterday's video was completely underexposed. I'm shooting my videos currently on a Sony a7S Mark II, and all the good things about this camera, I still sometimes find myself craving this swivel screen, which the whole Sony line doesn't have, which to me actually doesn't make any sense. The swivel screen is really something that is useful for everyday video making, especially in this day and age where we film ourselves so often, and I oftentimes don't really care about framing myself. I can do that quite nicely, but even knowing that I'm recording is one of the best things ever to have that swivel screen. So I find myself craving this swivel screen all the time. The 60 Mark IIs or the GH5, for example, like those kind of cameras that are much more versatile for the everyday YouTuber that makes their videos by themselves. For me, one of the options, of course, using an external screen on my phone, basically connecting it with Wi-Fi. That's a plus that the cameras from Sony actually do that, so that's one good point. And the alternative to that is just using an external monitor, but that's a really bulky setup to always carry around. It makes the whole setup way more heavy than it needs to be. And I normally just use that system when I'm actually in the studio and just sitting down for a long time. And I want to make sure that the camera is still recording and I want to maybe use my phone at the same time. But the big thing that I want to bring out there today in this video is craving the swivel screen is one thing. Working my way around it is another thing. I can hate it as much as I want that I don't have it, but in the end there is just one thing that comes down to: I have a really good camera that doesn't have a swivel screen. So now I can get upset about it and scream about it and like be angry about it all I want, or I can just sit down and say, okay, I have this right now, I can work with it, I can train with it, I can become better over time in noticing, damn mosquitoes. I can notice over time how I present myself in front of the camera, I can work with the lens, and of course I sometimes have to redo a shot because it wasn't recorded and I didn't press this fucking button. So the biggest downsides for me not having a screen is knowing when I record, when the battery dies, or how the lighting situation is and if it's getting too dark or too bright. And that's also why I mostly use an automatic aperture priority mode for shooting these videos, to kind of like make sure that it actually tries to keep me lit up and doesn't have too much of a change in all of that. In the end, I can work towards a new camera, I can work towards having a swivel screen, but right now this camera doesn't have it and I have to work with that, and that's a lesson for me to try to like take what I have right now and work with that without wanting too much of a new thing. One other example with that kind of scenario, with like working with what I have right now, is the fact that the first two videos that I made in this kind of like series that I'm currently falling into were on my phone. So I just took what I had right there, and now I thought about like, how can I improve my videos on my phone? Can I use the Rode mic, for example, as an external microphone on my phone, because I don't really like the camera mic that's in the phone, but that would require me to be able to fix the mic to the camera, so I have to kind of like buy another thing. And then I thought to myself, well, I have the big camera, why not just use the big camera and work with that instead of trying to get more gear, trying to make gear my kind of like system around it all, which it is just not. Like it's a tool for the trade and we need to use what we have. Always just looking for better gear and for better cameras and for more and for a tripod and this and this and this and this. It just holds us back, it just stops us in actually creating and starting. And this is a really powerful point for me to kind of like come back at and say, this is what I have right now, this is what I want to work with. And yes, I have my dreams, I have my dream setups, my dream cameras, the thousands of euros and thousands of dollars that I would have to spend to get there. I have to earn them. But if I don't start right now, I might never do that. So using the craft to actually get to those points where you can justify the bigger investment and you can justify buying the better camera or the different camera, but just start with what you have right now. And as I'm finishing this video, it's already happening again. I recorded like a 1 minute piece and I forgot to hit record, or I didn't hit it properly. Now I know I'm recording, I actually checked. So I wanted to say, take the gear that you have right now, make what is necessary to make, create right now, grow with that, and you can follow me on my journey to my dream kit and to my dream gear. I want to send messages out there along the way, so feel free to follow me on Instagram and subscribe on my YouTube channel so you are notified when I upload these video content pieces, and let me know in the comments down below what your dream kit is and what you have right now, so you can start creating with what you have. Do something, showcase your stuff down there in the comments, and I will take a look and also see. And with that, I also want to say something about the No Small Creator. I'm just right now wearing the shirt again. It's a movement that we want to start creating with a mindset of there's no small creators, there's just creators. So shift that mindset and become a creator, because there is no small creator. And just do what's your craft, what you want to be doing, grow towards that, find your passion and create, continue, repeat. Do it over and over again, just like this video right now, and see you tomorrow with a new one. And I'm looking forward to your comments down below and to where all of this will lead, because I'm just having a big question mark about the whole journey that I'm just embarking on. So follow me around, see where I go, and I hope to see where you go as well in the comments below. Ciao!
C'est loin du comptable. Sans élevé au plat la patrie pour abattre. Chaque maison qui se présente, même son dans ma part.